We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Ought to be a good one here between the Chicago Cubs and the San Diego Padres. It's Baseball on the Show, and it's coming up next. Garrett Richards is on the mound for the Padres in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard, soft, you can go in and out. And anytime you have 4 pitches, if you can throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage.
So striding in, Chris Bryant. And we are set for baseball here this evening. First pitch coming, here it is. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside.
First pitch, 6-40.
The 1-0 is chased out of the zone for strike one. The 1-1. Hit sharply on the ground, fielded cleanly, and a close play at first, but a great stretch that time as they get him by a step for out number one. With that, a look at the Cubbies' starting lineup. Dero, what you got on this lineup tonight?
Focusing on this lineup, Matt, one thing jumps out at me: they are going to have to be good at situational hitting. The guy on the opposition right now on the bump has been throwing the ball great. He's not going to give him anything. I know in today's game everybody's trying to go deep, but I'm telling you, a good hit and run, taking that extra bag today might be the difference between winning and losing.
Anthony Rizzo comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. And now a pitch on the way. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field, and that'll get down out there near the wall. And this will get all the way to the wall now. And he'll pull into second with one away.
That's what we refer to in the biz as a hanger right there. He's lucky he's getting this baseball back.
And that brings up Javi Baez as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. And he misses with it, 1-1.
Going to need to make a little bit of an adjustment with his slider release and at least tempt the hitter that it's going to be a strike.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone and foul, though it had the home run distance. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
We're seeing a good AB here from the 3-hole hitter. If he can work a walk or pick up a hit here, he's going to put that cleanup guy in a really good position to do some damage in this first inning.
Rizzo leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. High in the air into shallow left center. Tatis has a play. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Boy, he showed some pretty good range, heading pretty deep into the outfield to bring that one down. Thought the outfielder might call him off, but he clearly had it under control.
Man at second here with 2 away, and that'll bring up the multi-gold glover Jason Hayward. He's ready. Here's the first offering. There's a fastball right down Broadway taken for a strike. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Working the plate is Carl Dixon.
Hey, D-Row, one of the things you have to be aware of as a hitter from Carl Dixon, he'll call that high strike.
Yeah, he will. So you better be on top of your game with 2 strikes, because if they elevate, good chance Carl Dixon's punching your ticket.
Behind 0-2 now. Now a check swing, but that's in there for strike 3 anyway, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Cubs. And now the Padres get their first opportunity in a scoreless ball game. Tyler Chatwood, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Matt, we're going to get a chance to look at a guy that throws 2 types of fastballs. A 4-seamer, which is more of his true riding fastball that he'll throw up in the zone. And the 2-seamer is the one that he'll sink to try to get ground balls. So even though the fastball is 1 pitch, he has 2 pitches that are different, even though they're both fastballs. A 4-seamer up in the zone, 2-seamer down in the zone to try to get the ground ball.
Now at the plate, Fernando Tatis Jr. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And a good pitch there as this ball swung on and popped straight up the chute right around home plate. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1. Time now to check the hometown Padres lineup card in this one. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Well, I love the way Eric Hosmer plays the game. This is the guy you want at the plate when the game is on the line. He thrives in these situations. It's almost like he goes to bed and says, I can't wait to play because the game is going to come down to me and I'm going to make something happen. He thrives on performing in the big moments.
In now, Tommy Pham. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Pham with an even 1-1 count now. And that's high and off the plate, 2-1.
Looked like he was a little over-aggressive there to throw that nasty curveball. Just needs to slow his delivery down a bit.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Look out as his bat shatters on impact. But this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. And another foul ball. Here's one that misses inside, and the count's run full now, 3-2.
To be honest with you, I'm a little bit more afraid of the guy on deck than the guy that's up right now. If I'm on the mound, I want this guy up right now. He's the guy that's got to beat me.
Count remains full. Another full count pitch on its way.
4 foul balls in this AB. Pitcher cannot find anywhere to go to put this guy away.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Almora is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. At the plate, Manny Machado. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. Here it comes.
Whoa, that's upstairs.
The 1-0.
Hey, you want to talk about being in the zone. This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
Too far out in front that time. You can't keep it fair. 2-1. Now here it comes. 2 out, nobody on. This one misses, and that'll fill the count here. 3-2 with 2 away. Eric Hosmer would be next. And a good job there to lay off. It's ball 4 as he becomes their first base runner of the ball game now with 2 away.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Eric Hosmer is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. Hosmer, an imposing left-handed figure at 6'4" tall. He was a first-round pick during the 2008 draft.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on the superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
And he may be starting to lose the feel here as that misses for ball 4, and that's back-to-back walks now with 2 away.
The right fielder.
Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Trent Grisham is at the plate as he looks at ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Hit on the ground to short. Baez has it, and the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. A couple of walks, but no damage. More Cactus League action coming your way after this. Now at the plate, Wilson Contreras, as it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up to kick off the second inning. First pitch of the at-bat. Here's a ball swung on and lofted in the air out toward right center. Cordero is there. 1 pitch, 1 out.
That is fifth. The second baseman, Jason Kipnis.
All right, guys, let's take a look at how the Pods line up on D. Guys, the person I want to focus on is Eric Hosmer. This guy is coming into his own from the offensive standpoint, but don't get it twisted. This is a Gold Glove first baseman that makes the game look easy on the defensive side.
And is the second baseman, Jason Kipnis. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Here's a little chopper to the right side. Reined in. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play.
That is set.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And into bat next is Albert Almora. First offering on its way.
Nope. Ball 1. Counts 1-0.
No score here as we play inning number 2. A 2-ball, no strike count to the Cubs center fielder. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike.
One of the best ways to keep a guy uncomfortable is to pound him inside. They're doing that, and this one caught the zone.
And that misses off the plate and low, so it's 3-1 now. Hit on the ground to third. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Nothing across here this half. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2, and we are tied 0-0. Jurickson Profar digs in next.
Leading up for the Padres, the second baseman, Jurickson Profar.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. The 0-1 on its way.
Nope. Upstairs.
That hook stayed up in the zone. You can see he struggled with that curveball early. He's trying to find that release point with his off-speed pitches. We'll have to see if he can find the feel for that thing moving forward.
And he fouls this one off. And it's fouled away.
You know, taking you inside the mind of a batter right here, you can't get in auto swing mode. You still have to control the strike zone.
Another 1-2 delivery. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
Tried to work in the backdoor breaking ball there for a strikeout, but he just couldn't quite get it to come back to the corner. That's a really tough pitch to hit if you can spot it.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Boy, there's nothing better from a pitcher standpoint than watching that high fastball, a high piece of cheese, swung at and missed. That pitch looks so inviting to hit, but it's awfully tough to put in play.
To the plate now, Francisco Mejia. Lifted the other way out to left center. Giving chase is Almora. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And in to hit next, it'll be Franchy Cordero. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Dangerous curveball that time, but laid off as it drops into the top of the zone. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2. Down the third baseline, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes, count.
He didn't look overly fooled right there because a lot of pitchers will go to the breaking stuff 0-2, but he certainly looked ready for a breaker on that pitch.
And a base hit, the first one of the game for the Padres. So good work on a 1-2 count to get on base.
I can't tell you guys how fired up Bobby Cox used to get when the 8-hole hitter would get a knock. And I would know that, boys, because I batted an awful lot in that 8-hole in my early days.
Into the box, Garrett Richards, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Bottom of the second here with no score. A ball and a strike.
1-1.
1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Has a look, now the pitch.
That's outside.
1 pitch shy of 40 for him right now, and he's not even out of the second inning of work. He's definitely not being as efficient on the mound as he'd like.
And the inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on a swing and a miss at a ball way outside the strike zone. Padres leave 1. Will move to the 3rd with no score. And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. He'll start things out against Garrett Richards as we get the inning underway. Here it comes. Sharp ground ball to 3rd. Machado has it. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the 3rd.
Batting 9.
So 1 away here with the bases empty, and that'll bring up the pitcher next, Tyler Chatwood. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Cubs pitcher at the plate, trailing with a 1-2 count.
Pretty standard fastball right there, 0-2. Now he's changed the eye level of the batter so he can start working something in like an off-speed curveball down in the zone.
So he got him swinging. Tyler Chatwood goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Here's Chris Bryant now. As he grounds one briskly to short. Scooped up. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. Home half of the 3rd coming up. No score. So it's back to the top of the order now. And up steps the big bat of Fernando Tatis Jr.
Not shortstop, number 23.
First offering on its way.
1-0.
1-0 home.
That's a ball.
Too tight with that one. 3-0. Tommy Pham is on deck. And good patience exercised as he works out the walk to lead off the home half of the third.
Well, in a scoreless game, you want to do anything you can to jumpstart your offense. With the speed of this guy on first, don't be surprised if he gets the green light here.
From the stretch. In the dirt here. And a nice job keeping it close. It's ball one. A runner at first with no outs here. And there he goes towards second. That's a strike to throw down. And no throw, in fact, as he'll just hang on to it. High and wide. 2 balls and a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
3-1 to the Padres left fielder.
Hey, after those 2 breaking balls missed, you have to be sitting on a fastball right here.
Ground ball left side. And that is through into left field, a base hit. Now the throw comes quickly into the third baseman, so they're at the corners now to begin the inning.
The third baseman,
I mean, that's a well-executed curveball right there. Pitcher does exactly what he wants to do. Gets the hitter out on his front foot, gets him out and around the baseball, and he still finds a hole.
Now a curveball misses inside.
Hey, a curveball that kind of backed up on him right there. Might have popped out of his hand just a little bit earlier than he intended.
Runners are at first and third with none out. Way outside, nearly to the backstop. 2-1. And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2. With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout, or are you still looking for the double play ball?
Pretty good spot to be in as a pitcher right now. You can go for the punch out or trying to deuce the ground ball to get a double play.
Now the payoff pitch home. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
He's set, and the pitch. Curveball taken for a strike on the inside.
This is where, as a hitter, you need to slow your thinking. You know he's trying to get you a double play ball right here. You have to control the strike zone.
A ball and a strike to the Padres first baseman. Swung on and missed. That strike 2.
When I broke into the league, not many guys were throwing that elevated fastball with that much velocity on it. The game has changed.
Here he comes again. 1-2. Hit hard down the line. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Fouled off. Here's another 1-2. None out. Runners at first and second. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
Well, what do you do when guys keep fouling pitches off like this? I guess you could back them off the plate by throwing one inside.
This one sinks low and a touch outside. It's a full count, 3-2. And he'll finally just wear him down as this one swung on and missed for the first out.
I really liked it. He gave up nibbling out of the zone trying to get him to chase. That wasn't working, so he just reached back and fired a good old country hardball fastball right by him. No better feeling in the world when you're a pitcher than throwing a fastball right by a guy.
At the plate now, Trent Grisham, as he's reaching at a curveball and comes up empty at strike 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Fastball's fouled off to the left, and he falls behind now. 0-2. Inside, as he might be trying to set him up here. 1-2.
Hey, I get it. He wants to set up that breaking ball down and away. But that 0-2 fastball wasn't even close.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch out. Trent Grisham becomes the second out in the bottom of the third. First pitch coming. Here it is. Jurickson Profar is in for the second time now as he looks at a ball inside 1-0. A ball and a strike.
Hey, I don't mind that batter taking that strike right there. He's walked a couple people early in this game. Got to find out if he...
Oh, and meanwhile, this pitch rides too far in and winds up hitting him. So striding forward now, Francisco Mejia. He flew out in his last at-bat. Now the first pitch curveball floats a bit high that time. It's a ball and no strikes.
I'm seeing all the signs of fatigue right now. This is when you really have to bear down mentally as a pitcher.
Too high, and it's 3-0.
It often becomes harder to hit the zone when the pressure starts to heat up.
Now time is called, and this might be to buy a little time for that reliever to get loose. 2 out, bases loaded. Oh, and it misses. Ball 4, and that will force home a run.
Well, that's just not a good look for the guy on the mound. Bases loaded. You expect him to bear down and really fight to get an out, but instead, he walks home a run on 4 pitches.
Jeremy Jeffress answers the call to pitch here in a big spot. He inherits a bases-loaded jam, but needs just 1 out to get out of it. Looking to minimize the damage here. Franchi Cordero is at the plate as he watches ball 1. And, ooh, looked like a definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside, 1-1. Hit back toward the mound. Baez fields it cleanly. On to Kipnis at second, and the inning is over. So they wind up with 2 in the inning, but it could have been a lot worse as they leave the bases loaded. On now to the top of inning number 4. The Padres lead it 2-0. Dinelson Lamet will come on now and take the ball for the 4th time this spring. Back here with Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as the left-handed hitting power threat Anthony Rizzo starts out the inning. Grisham is under it to make the catch for out number 1.
Jumped all over that first pitch of the inning, and he didn't miss it. Just wasn't able to steer it in a direction that resulted in a leadoff hit.
Here's Javier Baez. And the pitch. Breaking ball that's cut on and missed for the first strike. Fastball called for strike 2. Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes. Fouled away. Bounced softly in front of the plate. And that's the second out. Digging in for his second at-bat, Jason Hayward. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Pulled toward right center field. Center fielder giving chase. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Cubs are down in order. They trail it here 2-0. Bottom of the inning now. Stepping into the box, Dinelson Lamet. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Swings through it for strike number 2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the two-seamer, and that's out number one.
Well, we'll see a lot of these power arms coming out of the bullpen in these days, but it doesn't make it any less impressive to me. I love watching guys come in and blow smoke right by guys.
First pitch of the at-bat. Good pitch there. Had him a little out in front. One out, nobody on. One and one to San Diego's leadoff batter. Two and one. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Definitely had the distance, but it winds up a foul ball. High and deep to right center. Giving chase is Almora. He gets there, and that's the second out. So two are gone in the Padre fourth. And up next, it'll be the outfielder, Tommy Pham. He's set. Here it comes. And he lays off there, 1-0.
2 outs, nobody on, but a base runner here feels like it would really change the complexion of the inning.
Big spot right here. Middle of the order guy is coming up. Let's see if he can extend the inning.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. That's through, and he's now 2 for 3 in this one.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
And in steps Manny Machado.
He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the 2-out single.
Yeah, and that hit might not amount to much, but anytime you can extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance to swing it, the outlook of an inning changes dramatically.
Right down the chute that time. 1-2. Slapped hard the opposite way, and that'll get down for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Boy, Dero, the game of baseball has changed. There's so much velocity in the game. That was a 96-mile-an-hour fastball that he smoked the other way.
Yeah, you have to keep your front shoulder tucked right there. You have to honor. When a guy's throwing that hard, 96 miles an hour, you have to honor that fastball and try and work it the other way to keep you on the off speed.
Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Eric Hosmer is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Set. Here's the 0-1. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now. 0-2. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time.
Man, a pitcher let the guy off easy right there. That 0-2 pitch wasn't even close. I'd rate that as a non-competitive pitch.
Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. And the run will score from second here as this is now a 3-0 game.
Hey, there's a good job of battling right there, Dero. Pitcher had the advantage with 2 outs, 2 strikes. You're 1 pitch away, and boy, what a terrific piece of hitting right there.
Yeah, that's a great job right there. Some guys are not afraid to hit with 2 strikes. They'll take that pitcher deep in the count, feeling comfortable about it. That's the type of hitter this guy is, and he was able to come through.
Here's a strike with the breaking ball. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. And that looked like it caught him squarely in the arm. And he will apply the tag himself, and the inning is over. Friars forced to settle for just the 1. We played 4 full. Padres lead it 3-0. Cal Quantrill makes his way toward the mound now as he'll appear in his 6th ball game of the spring. Here's the young catcher Wilson Contreras. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Contreras in front, 2 balls and no strikes.
Hey, always a good idea to take a couple of pitches when you're facing a young arm like this one. And now he's put himself in a real good hitter's count.
The 2-0.
This offense has been underachieving all day, putting way too much pressure on their own pitching staff. Someone has to have a quality AB and get this line going.
The 2-1 home. Doesn't hit the target. It's ball 3. Waiting his turn on deck next is Jason Kipnis. And that's in there on the hands. 3-2 now. Line, but speared on a hop. And he'll throw him out from short right field. Nicely done for the first out.
Now batting.
Standing in, Jason Kipnis. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss.
This offense has just been flailing at the plate all game long, so it's no wonder why they've only been able to pick up 1 hit so far. I'm not seeing much of a game plan from these hitters.
Count now, a ball and a strike. And he'll watch the fastball miss down low. It's 2-1. Looks like double-barreled action now in the San Diego bullpen as they get a lefty and a right-hander up to throw. A little early, and now it's even at 2-2. And now pitch on the way. Full count. 3-2.
Looked to me like he tried to do way too much on that 2-2 pitch. You don't have to come into the zone on that count, but a pitch that far outside isn't going to tempt anyone to swing.
Kipnis takes, and this pitch misses for ball 4. It's a free pass.
That was a great battle right there. He tried to get him to chase, but he laid off some really tough pitches and got a walk. Got to tip the cap to the batter that time.
Ready now, Albert Almora comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Ball 1, no strike.
The 1-0. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. The 1-1.
Nope, that's down.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be troubled. And this will bang up against the wall. Kipnis ignores his coach. He's chugging for home. The tag, and he's in there as it's now a 2-run game.
Hey, there's a bullet base hit right to center field, D'Aro. Looked like there was going to be a close play at the plate. Good job of base running, rounding third, making sure that he was able to get in to score.
This is always one I wonder why the third base coach doesn't send more. You see more balls from the center fielder hit the mound and not make it all the way home with a lot of steam on it. Nice aggressive base running.
He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. The 0-1 delivery. Oh, he looks like he's toying with him here. It's 0-2.
This is where, as a batter, you got to find a way to put something in the outfield. Get something elevated. I know you got to battle with 2 strikes and protect, but if anything is belt or above, you got to swing.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
Definitely a strikeout situation here with the runner on third, so that's smart. Trying to make him chase that slider out of the zone.
1-2. Here it comes. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone. Stepping in, Jeremy Jeffress. First at-bat of the game for him here in the 5th, as he was a late entrant into this one. As a look, now the pitch. Line drive to left. Base hit, and that'll get a run in.
Boy, that's a tough one right there if you're a pitcher, Dero. You're facing the opposing pitcher, and you give up a 2-out RBI.
I got to believe he's contemplating retirement. A 2-out knock given up to the opposing pitcher.
Listen, as a pitcher, you hate to give up base hits, but you doubly hate to give up base hits to the opposing pitcher.
David Bodie will come on now and pinch run here. Digging in next will be Chris Bryant. Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. Now this will rattle up against the wall. The relay. The tag, and he is out at third. And with that, the side is retired. So they pick up 3 runs on 3 hits. No errors and no one left on base. Last half of the 5th coming up. And we are all tied at 3 apiece. Justin Steele, a 6'2" left-hander, jogs in to take over on the hill.
Number 74.